right, we're back. I have the Observer's John Murray here in the studio, but there's a quick caller on line one. She has a nice question I'd like my listeners to know. Michael Regan, how can I help you?
Good afternoon. This is Ann, and my inquiry is, where can that Medicare book be obtained for 2013?
For 2013, you're referring to the book by CMS, referred to as Medicare and You. It's a white book. You can call the Agency on Aging, and they will mail you one out today. Tell me when you're ready, Ann. Do you have a pen?
Yep.
203-757-5449. Just let them know that you're in the Waterbury area, you listen to the show, and thank you very much for mailing me the book. You're looking for a copy of the Medicare and You book. They have tons of them. So any listeners that didn't get their new book with all the healthcare changes that are happening, just give the Agency on Aging a call, 757-5449. Thanks for your time, Ann.
Thank you, Joe.
My pleasure. All right. Bye-bye. Take it away, my friend.
Well, first, Michael, I'd like to know what type of coffee you're drinking this morning, because I'd like to know where I can get a cup of that stuff.
It's 100% natural. The girls will vouch for it at the agency. Don't even drink coffee.
Really?
No. Little quick secret. My mom was dying of breast cancer.
Yeah.
On my knees, bawling my eyes out. I was fat, double chin, hair longer than yours. I was a hippie, and I thought that I'd caused my mom's cancer. And I was 21 years old, bawling my eyes out, and I said to God, please, if you save her, God, I promise I will change. Double mastectomy, radical new treatment in 1991, by the way. It was called chemo and radiation. She lived till 2009, May 18th. So I hit the ground running every day. I got a deal. I got my wish. I got to come through with that's why.
So you cut your hair, you run, you bike, you swim. Wow.
You know it. I had a gut, a double chin, a long-haired hippie.
You're looking good.
Thanks, my man. All right, take it away.
So I just wanted to talk for a moment about the gathering.
Can't stop him.
And it's basically in the city of Waterbury for many years, people have called it this incredible ethnic melting pot. Yet there's an exhibit in the Mattituck Museum that there's a history teacher from Kennedy High School who states that it's really not a melting pot. It's more of a salad bowl, that it hasn't really blended. It's still very distinct in its neighborhoods and distinct in its ethnicity. And with the ethnic festivals, there's an Albanian festival, and it's mostly Albanians going to it. It could be a Portuguese festival. It's mostly Portuguese going to it. And the ethnicities aren't blending. They're not really interacting with each other.
Commingling.
Yeah, so there's this whole idea that this is a city-sponsored event. Mayor O'Leary's climbed aboard this whole thing 100%.
Yeehaw.
There's a whole committee involved. Carl Rosa from Main Street Waterbury and Edie Reynolds from the Spirit Fest, several people from the mayor's office, Saranda Balika and Jerry Reyes and Mickey Albini. And so we've just started meeting. It's only been going on for a week that we've been organizing. Right. But it's going to be May 18th. There's going to be a massive ethnic parade so it's like picture the Olympics. So here could be Brazil coming in with 50 people, and then you could have Vietnam with 3 people, and then you could have the Irish with 200 people. So the size doesn't matter. It's just the representation and trying to get people to get out and celebrate their cultures and their food. And so there's going to be a parade through Waterbury, and it's going to end in Library Park, where we're going to try and have a wide array of ethnic food available. There's going to be dancing, singing. There's going to be a music fest on the stage. It's going to go from it's still formulating right now, but it's going to kick off around 1 with the parade and could go to 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So there'll be beer, wine, could be Turkish food, Greek food, Vietnamese food, Brazilian food, a celebration of this incredibly rich tapestry that we have here in Waterbury. So trying to get everyone together to pull in the same direction.
Love it.
So getting all these organizations, some of the organizations don't always work together real well. Some of the ethnic groups don't work together real well. There could be a split in the Italian community or the Albanian community. We don't care. We're trying to get everybody in the room, everybody celebrating their ethnicity, and hopefully the rich diversity that we have here in Waterbury should be able to draw people from the entire region.
My listeners out there are listening. They love this stuff.
Yes.
I mean, in the old days, that was commonplace. Now we have a tendency to not really do a lot of community events. This is going to be a great idea.
Well, the parade itself, it's going to be. We just found out today. One of the emails I sent last night. We're going to have the Matatuck Marching Band. We're starting to hook up with the entertainers. It's just starting to come together. But the ethnic groups they're excited. So, and the city of Waterbury is excited, and so Mayor O'Leary is fully behind this and helping to fund the festival, and a lot of in-kind services from the police and the fire and the parks department.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'll be a sponsor.
Check for $10,000.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, come on. What happened to your enthusiasm?
Yeah, I'm just a businessman. Oh. All right. And that's going to be May 18th?
It's May 18th, and the rain date is May 19th.
But that won't happen. Nobody's going to rain on your parade.
And thank you. And this is going to be an annual event. So this is not
it's the inaugural. This is just the inaugural.
The first one.
Let's get it off the ground. You working on your languages?
Sí.
Okay. Hola, ¿cómo estás? You'd say, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo estai for Italiano? You'd say for Turkish, you'd say, Nasıl sanimasin? İyiyim. How are you? What for Greek, they'd say tikanes, gala asi. For Polish, cześć, jak się masz? For Albanian, you'd say
Efharisto.
Or mirmim jest, merdita, and you'd say sia. So anyone out there, we need some help with the languages.
Actually, that's a really good point. Is anybody who wants more information, wants to get involved, restaurants, vendors, the ethnic groups, clubs, they can email. There's an email set up in City Hall. It's called The Gathering, TheGathering, The Gathering, and then at waterburyct.org, or they could call the mayor's office and ask for Saranda Balika or Jerry Reyes.
Right on. Okay, so that's productive. I will talk to you later, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, John. All right, so get involved in your community. The gathering sounds like it's definitely going to be a fun time. I'll be probably wearing green that day with the last name like Regan. Okay, we have another caller. They're just flooding in. We lost him? All right, no worries. You can only hold for so long. All right, long-term care. Back to long-term care. If you feel your family member is being treated improperly, we do have a long-term care ombudsman. And anyway, so it is what it is. But long-term care, if you haven't purchased it, please do. My friend Johnny saw each other today, and he said, well, you sell long-term care, right? I said, yes, I do. I'm very proud to say that. Who are the quality carriers out there? Genworth, very strong. John Hancock. John Hancock's great, but they sort of shot themselves in the foot. They changed some of the definitions of activities of daily living, which are ADLs. Eating, cooking, bathing, toileting. Any other questions on that? I can go over that at length, but we are running long into the show today. So there is MetLife. If you are a current MetLife policyholder, keep it. They have closed their book of business. Mutual of Omaha. Mutual of Omaha is still viable. Their ratings aren't as strong as Genworth, so if you can afford the Genworth product, you should afford that better. But if the budget is very conscious, the Mutual of Omaha is slightly a little bit more affordable product. There's Monumental Life out there that's still okay. Prudential has just closed their book of business. Now, John asked me, very intelligent guy, by the way, kind of took me by surprise. Well, what's the reason that they do this? It's called actuarial science or adverse selection. The younger generation caught on that it was so popular. Anyone turning 50, it was just a must-have in the quiver of estate planning. And Larry, you really knocked it out of the park with your guest today. She was extremely intelligent. You really do need to do some estate planning. Who should do it? Anyone with assets of over $75,000 cash savings or more. Not people that just own a home. The living will, I agree, that's a good idea. But a long-term care facility runs between $175 a day up to $350 a day. With the cost of living allowance, you can just simply buy a $100 a year rider. It's called a COLA adjustment, cost of living allowance. John, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for your time. So with the activities of daily living, you're going to sooner or later start to break down. I hate to say it, but because of the great hospital, plug for St. Mary's again, we are living longer. They have robotic surgery now. They can just basically make us Steve Austin, the $6 million man, or what was her name? That hot, beautiful Jamie Summers was the other $6 million woman. Yeah. So men and women out there, they're putting in bovine valves for hearts, and we're just living longer. So sooner or later, the body's going to start breaking down. Get your long-term care policy if you can. Buy it from an A-rated, reputable firm because it's most likely going to go up. The old days of the fixed premium are over. We have another commercial break, don't we?
No.
We're all done with commercials?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so anyone out there, call with questions. I don't want to beat that to death, but it's important that you look into your long-term care. Why? Because it's essential. If you don't want to get a long-term care, do a very smart thing that some of my clients are doing. Get power of attorney on each other. Husband has one, wife has one. Make a deal with your children that they must sign a contract. In order for them to inherit anything, they need to be the caregivers. And stick it to it like it's a contract. Make them sign a contract, not just an oral agreement. Sometimes that's a problem in life where the oral agreement is just, sure, of course I'll be there for you. Well, it really doesn't end up happening that way. And then you find yourself in the assisted living or the nursing homes. So do your due diligence there. All right. New tax guidelines for you health savings account people out there. My buddy Ned calls me about 18 times a week. It doesn't hurt that we're extremely good friends and triathletes together. But anyway, he calls me all the time. Well, what's the guidelines this year? How much can I put away? How much can I put away? A health savings account. If your employer offers a health savings account where you work, you can put away as an individual in the year 2013, which we are now 1 month down into it, $3,250. That's the maximum limit. My buddy Ed over at the Computer Genius place did it on his own online through HSA Bank. So it's very easy to do. My recommendation is go to Webster. It's just a great bank. They're polite over there. Little plug for my buddy Rick. $3,250 is the individual guideline. And the family guideline, me, Diana, Alexander, and Lance, full family, I can put away in a health savings account for my family and I, or my wife's the breadwinner, so most likely Diana will put the money away, $6,450. Is everyone writing this down? Yes, you should be. Individual contribution to your health savings account, $3,250. For a family, $6,450. The guidelines are set up by the IRS. Don't shoot the messenger. Actually, you know what? With gun control, I hope it passes. You're not going to be able to shoot anybody anymore, and that's good. So don't get mad at the messenger. How's that for a better statement? All right, right on. I know all you freedom fighters out there, but you know what? It's out of control. The long guns. I'm not going to say anything more, but I'm not a gun guy. I'm a hippie, so I'm not for it at all. I believe in the right to bear arms. It is definitely in the Charter, Constitution, fine, but it has gotten out of control, and it needs to be at least a little reined in. I like what I'm hearing about even for ammunition, an instant background check. Whoever's coming up with that, Google that. Maybe it was John Kerry or someone, but I'm for that 100%. All right, have I covered my topics? My friend Catherine, yes. She did a great job. HSA guidelines, yes. Skilled nursing versus assisted living, yes. Long-term care, I think I touched on that. Scam alert, yes. Oh, another thing. The woman that was on the Larry Rifkin show brought up a very good point. She brought up a fixed indexed annuity. Instead of variable, which follows the stock market, a fixed annuity. Please make sure if you read her book or you listen to the show, you realize that this is an insurance product. We do make commission on every $100,000 that you place into an annuity. I like annuities. I sell for John Hancock. I sell for Prudential. I sell for ING, which is that orange lion that sponsors all the marathons. You make 3%, so you will get paid. It is an insurance agent product. Also, another thing which she did not discuss, which I want to make sure I touch on, is it does tie up your money for 5 or 7 years. There is a loss of liquidity. So you do give up your assets. 2 minutes to go. Producer Nick is going to get here and tell you how to go to our YouTube page. So, Michael Regan, I'm going to sign off as another great Wednesday. You will hear the intelligent producer Nick talk about our YouTube page, which is booming. My friends Katie and Mary have over 100 hits on their website. They're going to have another gala at the Grand Oak Villa. Saw my friend Angie yesterday. So I guess, producer Nick, that's in March or something like that. She sent out the text. Yeah. So HSA contributions, $32.50, $64.50 individual for a family. And that is enough out of me. You're going to now listen to producer Nick, and he's going to tell you about his awesome work that he does. All right.
Thank you, Mike.
You're done on the fly too much.
Oh, yeah, he sprung that on me.
Well, I thought you should be ready.
If you'd like to watch previous broadcasts of Medicare and You, it's very simple. Just go to www.watr.com. That's WATR 1320's official website. And if you scroll down to the bottom of that page, you'll see a big red button that says YouTube, and it will take you to WATR's YouTube video hosting site, where you can watch the previous broadcasts of Medicare and You. Or you can just go to YouTube, YOUTUBE.com, and search for Medicare and You, Michael Regan, WATR in the search box, and it'll take you to some of our previous broadcasts and videos, and you can navigate to WATR's YouTube page from there.
All right, so that's producer Nick, producer Tom, another great show. We are done for the day. It's Wednesday, January 30th, and it's been another successful Medicare and You. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.